Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist saying when doctors prescribe weight loss diets, what they're actually prescribing is starvation. Please be sure to check out a video I made on my second channel about these people who are partaking in this very cringy rage ritual where they pay this lady $8,000 to go into the woods and bang the ground with sticks. Here's a link. Happy 4th of July, everybody. You're probably out spending time with your families like a bunch of losers, so you're probably not even going to watch this video. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
And tell them that her treatment plan for you was an eating disorder.
Medical doctors are not qualified to give you nutrition, diet, and weight loss advice. I will say that again.
Okay. This study found that most medical schools do not provide the recommended amount of nutrition education, with some providing less than half, and most are not in a clinical setting. Okay.
Do not get your nutrition and diet advice from medical doctors, especially not generalists. Hi,
Well, I don't think they really give out nutrition advice, right?
I am the Excitable Scientist, and this is going to be a
You're the excitable scientist.
spicy hot take video. I had to compose myself after watching this Poor Sweet Girls video because
Content warning, weight, EDs, medical mistreatment. Content warning, weight? What does that mean? Wait a minute. There's gonna be weight within this content? I cannot be here for that. Thank you for warning me.
had to compose myself after watching this Poor Sweet Girls video because I was so upset at her situation, how she was treated by the doctor, and how she and all people of size are treated by society all day, every day.
I very much dislike the term people of size. It's a little too close to people of color for me.
To catch you up, this woman went to the doctor and she was looking for weight loss advice, and the doctor was...
I forgot to mention this, but a registered dietitian, especially one certified in intuitive eating, oh God help us, is what I personally would recommend instead of an MD in this case. Okay, so doctors are morons who don't know jack about diet. Get yourself a registered dietitian with a focus on intuitive eating. Then you'll be in good hands. You sure? Are you sure? Are you sure that getting a dietitian that specializes in intuitive eating isn't the same as just eating whatever the hell you feel like? You really don't need to pay this other person. I'll give you some of the tenets of intuitive eating right now. Eat whatever the hell you want. Okay?
incredibly judgmental and harmful to her. She even disclosed that she had a history of an eating disorder, and the doctor basically was like, cool, so if that worked for you, like...
Okay, well, I guess the doctor didn't think that it was an ED. Or he thought that the obesity was more of a concern. I don't want to split hairs or anything, but 300,000 people die from obesity per year. If you compare that number to the amount of people that die from restrictive EDs, it's not even close. Not even close. Obesity kills like 30 times more people per year. And I'm not saying that it's not a valid concern. It totally is. But one of them is far more likely to lead to your early demise.
Most diets that doctors recommend are eating disorder, or are at the very least disordered eating behaviors.
Eating less? Because that's all a doctor would recommend, right? Like you said, they don't really know anything about nutrition. That's not their specialty.
I've shared my story on here before, but just to give everybody some information, a few years ago I was diagnosed with atypical anorexia, which, though it's called atypical anorexia, is the most common form of anorexia.
Okay, it is my understanding that atypical ANA is when you exhibit all of the restrictive behaviors, including rapid weight loss, but you are not yet underweight. Like if I was 300 pounds and I started engaging in all the restrictive behaviors that somebody with ANA has, but I'm still 300 pounds, then I would have atypical ANA. If I had atypical ANA 3 years ago, by this point, I would probably have lost some weight, one would imagine. I'm not saying that anybody does or does not have anything, but I believe even with atypical ANA, there is some sort of weight loss. You just haven't got to an underweight level yet because you just started out. Let's read about some of the criteria for atypical ANA now. All right, some of the symptoms of atypical ANA. The very first one, significant weight loss, potentially dangerous weight loss due to restrictive eating, fasting, excessive exercise, self-induced vomiting, laxative use, and other behaviors, despite remaining within or above a normal weight range. Okay, so there is significant weight loss. Look at this smirk on her face.
United States. And basically it's all the behaviors of just not the extremely low weight criterion.
There's weight loss though, so if you've been doing this for 3 years, you probably wouldn't be the same size or larger than when you started. And I'm not saying that's the case, I'm just a guy with a microphone. What do I know?
Here's the thing. I did not know that I had
Okay, go on.
all I ever did was Weight Watchers, Noom, MyFitnessPal, calorie tracking, calorie deficit.
So did you self-diagnose yourself with this condition because you did a couple of fad diets? Are we saying restrictive diets are disordered eating, and that's why I had atypical ANA because I went on Weight Watchers a couple years ago? Is that what we're saying? I did Noom, therefore I had ANA? This study found that 35% of dieters became pathological, and 20 to 25% of those developed full-blown EDs.
Guess what? You are starving your body when you are intentionally in a calorie deficit to lose weight.
I'm gonna disagree. Starving is when your body starts cannibalizing muscles and stuff, not when it lives off the fat that it's stored just for the purpose of living off of. Does this sound like something that somebody with atypical ANA would say? Wouldn't they be touting the benefits of weight loss and being like, I just need to lose a couple more pounds till I get to my goal and then I'll be good? Have you ever heard anybody with any kind of ANA refer to a caloric deficit as starvation? I've never heard anybody with ANA parroting the talking points of fat acceptance. They usually have a different view of food and exercise and stuff.
In a calorie deficit to lose weight, and your body is going to work hard to stop you from losing that weight.
No, that's not how any of that works.
Body
Thanks for playing.
size diversity is as prevalent as so many other forms of diversity, and there is not one weight or one BMI or one size that every human is supposed to be.
There may not be one size that every human is supposed to be, but humans are not supposed to be morbidly obese. That's one size that we're not supposed to be, particularly, because we've seen the countless problems that people that size have. Not just the problems with clothes not being big enough, but breathing tubes, diabetes, knees, heart attack, stroke.
Science does not back any restrictive weight loss program. The science shows that at least 95% of people who intentionally lose weight will gain it back.
We're up to 95% now. That figure just keeps increasing. No, I've known several people that have lost it and kept it off forever because they don't eat the way they did anymore. Try again.
The science shows that people who yo-yo diet or weight cycle have an increased likelihood of a range of health complications, more so than people who are just in larger bodies. The science does not.
I'm going to say the person who yo-yo diets is healthier than the obese person because at least a couple times they were down to a healthy BMI or at least close to it.
Show any causal link between a higher body weight or a higher BMI and health problems.
Just saying words doesn't make them true, right? I know that you just said all this stuff out loud, but it's all bollocks, so.
There is not one single scientific study that says because a person is at a higher weight, therefore they got this XYZ disease.
Are you kidding? Dude, Google for 1 second. All right, let's see what a 2-second Google search reveals that contradicts what you just said. Diseases linked to obesity: type 2 diabetes, heart disease, osteoarthritis, gallbladder disease, high blood pressure, cancer, stroke, sleep apnea, metabolic dysfunction, and on and on and on.
The best science has done is be able to link higher weights to different diseases, but there are so many co-occurring factors that you can't say one causes the other because both things might be caused by a third variable.
No. Watch one episode of My 600-Pound Life.
For example, insulin resistance can cause type 2 diabetes and it can cause weight gain. The weight gain is neutral in this equation. Insulin resistance is the issue.
I wouldn't say that the weight gain is neutral.
And so to say somebody gave themselves diabetes by getting too fat is just fat phobia. It has nothing to do with science. And it's
Okay, well, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that the way that you eat does affect your diabetes. And if you go to the doctor because you have type 2 diabetes, they're going to recommend you to change your diet in various ways. So you're really just splitting hairs and trying to make it about something other than the food.
a way of moralizing a feature, applying moral value.
I didn't get diabetes because of the way that I eat. It's because of the insulin resistance. Because of the way that I ate.
To a feature of someone's body and deciding that because you don't like their body, they are less of a person.
Yep, nobody said any of that.
In this video I stitched, this sweet girl says 3 or 4 times that she wanted to ask the doctor, what am I doing wrong? Girl, you're doing nothing wrong. You're doing nothing wrong.
Okay, so you're encouraging somebody who's having medical problems to not take the advice of their doctor. And this is legal. This is like when Benny Hinn told that dude to stop taking his cancer medication, and then the dude passed away. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. That's not funny at all. It's kind of funny. People are dumb. If you tell somebody to stop taking the advice of their medical doctor and then they do, can you be brought up on some kind of charges? Obviously not Benny Hinn. He's rich. He's above the law. But what about this person?
Bodies can be large, bodies can be small. That doesn't mean that you're not healthy.
Yeah, it does, actually. If you're underweight, it's unhealthy, and also if you're overweight, it's unhealthy, so...
There are so many variables that contribute to your size that have nothing to do with anything you can control. You mentioned
Cope.
that your family members are also in larger bodies. It's probably that there's a genetic component to that. You also mentioned...
Is any part of it related to the way we eat at all, or that's like completely irrelevant? You can eat whatever the hell you want and it does not affect your body size at all.
Having PCOS, that can also contribute to having a higher weight.
Having a higher weight can exacerbate your PCOS, and some people think that it can cause certain variations of it, so that's not helping.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, and it
They always get everything backwards.
doesn't mean you're unhealthy. The thing that's wrong is the way society makes us feel
Society is the one that makes you require insulin injections.
about being in a larger body. And that is not your problem to solve, and it's not my problem to solve. The people who make us feel that way need to fix themselves.
So we have no work to do on ourselves. Society needs to change, and it's the way the society treats us, not the crippling diabetes, heart attack, stroke, etc. Am I going to have to bust out the list of fat activists that have passed away recently? Because it gets longer and longer every single day, and they're passing away like in their 30s and 40s, dude.
So it's anyone's right to try to lose weight if they want to. I am not here to stop anyone from doing anything that they want with their body.
You just tried to discourage everyone.
But if you feel that you need to lose weight because you think something's wrong with you or that you're doing something wrong because you're in a larger body, I would like to just tell you that you're okay.
Okay.
Just as you are.
Thanks. This isn't based in your own personal emotions or anything. This is a very valid opinion.
You don't need to do that. We can separate health from weight from our inherent value as people. And we need to do that because people like you should not be going around feeling bad about yourselves or feeling that you've done something wrong.
What's worse, feeling bad about yourself or passing away at an early age from a preventable disease?
And you certainly should not be getting treated the way that doctor treated you. That is not okay. And I agree with a lot of the comments that you've gotten that you should file a grievance with your insurance company because this woman's going to kill someone.
What? Her doctor is going to kill someone by telling her to lose weight because she's at an unhealthy weight. That's ironic. Your advice is going to kill someone. What are you talking about? You're telling somebody to ignore the advice of their doctor because it's going to harm them. Is this legal? Can she legally say that?
That's plain and simple. She is going to give advice that is going to lead to someone's death.
No, you just did that. That's ironic.
I'm obviously very passionate about this topic, so let me know if anybody has any questions, and let's just really start being nice to each other, because weight doesn't matter.
All right, she wrapped it up by saying she's very passionate about this topic. Passionate or riddled with personal issues that are preventing me from seeing the truth? Okay, so that was completely insane. This person said that that person's doctor telling them to lose weight is dangerous and they're gonna kill somebody. As if obesity is not dangerous? I agree that perhaps doctors aren't the best nutritionists, but I think that we should follow their advice if they tell us to lose weight for our health. So what do you think of the clip that we just saw? Are doctors prescribing starvation and disordered eating? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.